While you need money to be successful, you need money to live, you need money. Money does buy a form of happiness.
So basically, I just ate very little and worked out like a madman. And during that process is where I found myself. Well, first of all, I had low self-esteem. I was battling with a whole bunch of different issues from my childhood. I put myself through extreme training. And then the whole Patriot thing was just, I had a great opportunity to become someone.
Watch this before you choose to quit. David Goggins' most powerful speech. People often search for peace, but it is almost impossible to find peace when you hide what you're going through and hide your pain instead of facing it. When you learn to be yourself and be the best version, even on the worst of days, that would be the day when you'll find peace. You can't really put your miseries under the rug and pretend like nothing's wrong, because that's exactly what cowards do. Brave are the people who actually face their problems instead of running away from them. You'll face lots of obstacles in life, and the normal mindset will tell you to just quit. But if you train your mind, you won't ever quit. So you have to be a person who can do anything to achieve his goals instead of just quitting. Because quitting might be the easiest thing to do, but living with the regret of quitting is the hardest. Whenever you're about to quit, and whenever you think that your body can't handle any more pain, just remind yourself that your mind quits before your body. So if you train your mind to stay firm in a painful situation, you won't have to worry about quitting. If you're in a dark place, you need to train your mind to stay there, and soon you'll just get used to it. But all you need to do is trick and train your own self, because no one else will come to your rescue except you. People often try to bring down the people who are driven by passion, mainly because they don't really believe how someone could achieve so much and yet not be done with it. But you need to avoid such people. They say these things because they can't achieve what you've achieved. You need to stay consistent and keep hustling no matter what.
It's mine. I'm gonna fix all this shit. But I know to fix shit, people want to find peace immediately. And this is where people don't like me. I don't believe that shit. You're gonna find peace from going to war with yourself. Because we all, people look at me, the reason why my story resonates with people, because I don't hide. I'll tell you exactly who the fuck I am. I will admit to it. People are great at hiding. So they want to just find peace. No, you gotta take your shit, fix whatever stuff in you. Don't just shove it under the rug. Fix it, and then you'll find some peace later. You cannot live in that normal mindset. You must be your best on your worst day. And how you do that is you cannot think of a normal mindset. Well, a lot of people, what they do is they have these finish lines. And I have a saying that says, I don't stop when I'm tired, I stop when I'm done. So when I was younger, I didn't have any goals. And it's not really so much about goals, it's just a to-do list. And as a human being, if you don't have a to-do list, you're gonna sit back and just fade away. It's like a lot of people who are in the military, who are in business, who are whatever, they say, hey, I'm gonna do 20 years, now I'm gonna retire. Okay, what's next? So I have a what's next list. So then I never sit idle. There's never one time in my life where I'm sitting back with free time and like just enjoying the sun. I made it. No, I've never arrived. And a lot of people say, are you happy? Because I'm so driven that it almost makes people who are weaker in the mind think, my God, you must not be happy. That's a weaker person's way of saying you've overachieved, David Goggins, and you're making me feel like. So if I'm making you feel like shit, sorry about that. If I'm making you feel like I'm doing my job. Well, the whole thing about it is that your mind has the ultimate tactical advantage over you. It knows your insecurities, it knows your fears, it knows your self-doubts, it knows all those creepy spots that we want to stay clear of. So our mind keeps us from those spots. So the whole 40% rule is I was living my whole life kind of going away from those spots that made me very uncomfortable. My mind was saying, you're not good here, you're not good there, more than half the time. So what happens is when you get in these situations where you need more, it's like a car. A car has a governor. So, some cars have governors on it. It can go 130, but the governor's set for 92. So you're sitting there trying to race a Corvette. The Corvette flies by, but you're like, God, I wish this governor was off. The governor comes on, and we can't go past that. Well, the thing about it is, it's about being driven almost to the point where you're obsessed. When you get to that point of being driven and possibly obsessed, you no longer care if it's 30 degrees outside. That wind chill hits your face, you feel it, you might go back inside, but to get more clothes on to go outside.
Motivation is kindling. So basically what it is, I may motivate some people today for this 4 minutes I'm on TV. Oh my God, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Great. But let's say it's real cold out in New York City. Let's say it's 30 degrees. You go outside, you get your gloves on, you go for a 5-mile run. Everything I said is gone. That's motivation.